Hi guys, this is the first video I've made of any of my soap making, so you'll have to bear with me, but we'll see how this goes. I have lots of people ask me about painting soap, so I was going to show you how I paint one of my little glow-in-the-dark skulls. I've used Terry's glow powder. You can see here the blue-green. Guess that's showing up. I'll have to look at this video when I'm done. If it's too terrible, I'm not sharing it. But anyhow, these little guys will glow in the dark. They're awesome. And then I'm going to paint with the marcasite. I have her black as well, but I really love the marcasite for doing the black painted detail. I just think it does a super nice job. I'm going to be using just a little cup, and I have in here, I actually have filled these with the 91% alcohol. So when I'm adding my alcohol, I add a tiny little bit and I put it on the side of the container so that it's not really in the mica, and then I just kind of swirl it around until I get a good paint consistency. I don't want it extremely runny, that's why I just add a tiny little bit at a time. If you get it too runny, it's washed out and you'll have to go back and do several coats, and it's just so much more work. So I have my mica, a good consistency. Not sure if you can see it, but it's just kind of like a thick paint. And then I have teeny tiny little brushes. I got these at Michael's. You can get them at any craft store. They're not, these weren't really that expensive, but they're a good fine tip, good quality brush. So you can find those almost anywhere. And then as I go, the mica will, the alcohol evaporates, so you have to add more. So you'll see me do that quite a bit. So I'm going to start with the eye cavity, and I just want to fill that in. And basically I'm just going along the outside edge first. And then already my mica, I've got my dehumidifier running, which runs constantly here in my studio, and you'll see me add more because it does an awesome job, and it sucks the humidity out of everything, including all the soaps, which helps them not sweat. So just filling in my little eye cavity to make him look like he's got those hollow eyes, and then bringing it out to the outer edge just a tiny little bit. And you'll see there's his eye. And then I'm going to go ahead and do his bandana. And for that, I'm going to turn my paintbrush sideways because I don't want it solidly painted. I did those before and they were too smudgy. So now I'm just kind of rolling it along the edge of the bandana to give it that black effect, but not really depositing quite so much mica. It's still going to look really cute on him. And just turn the soap as you go, and remember where you've painted so you don't smudge it all up where you've painted it. And just kind of go with the idea of the, not really the grain, but the direction that the scarf would lay. Kind of paint in the direction that if it were actually fabric, it would be laying in that direction. And I'm going to try to, hope I don't mess this up because I keep looking at the camera, making sure that what I'm doing is there for you guys to see. I don't know about this video thing. We'll see how this goes, and if you guys want me to do more, I'll try to do more as we go. I'm super busy right now. I have a lot of orders. Every time the season changes and I get new things, I'm always excited to share them, and of course everybody always wants the new things. And so that makes me really busy, and plus I'm preparing for the only show I do. I started out doing a bunch of shows and I did not like it. It was just a pain dragging all this stuff around, and I don't know, it was not my thing. And plus now I have so many orders, I really don't need to do shows. But this one show is at West Virginia University, and it's a 3-day event for Mountaineer Week, and of course the Mountaineers are near and dear to my heart. So I do that show, and it's fun. My husband takes off work and he helps me drag all the stuff around, and he sees a lot of people that he knows, so it's just kind of a fun thing for us. and I do very well. I'll make at least a couple $1,000s off of that show, so it's well worth my while. I'm going back and kind of putting a little bit more detail here on the top of the scarf to make it more defined against his skull. And these will need to sit and dry a good 24 hours. I know lots of people do lots of different things to help their mica, their painted soaps dry so that they don't smudge off. I have found if I just sit them in my room with my dehumidifier running for a good 24 hours, sometimes a little longer if I'm super busy and don't get to them, that they'll be nice and dry. And I really can wrap them with very minimal smudging. Now, of course, using this technique, the first time you use your soaps, all the painted mica is all going to come off, obviously. But most people are not disappointed. They understand that, and when this all washes off, they still have a really awesome little glow-in-the-dark soap. And with these fine things, you know, sometimes I just kind of dab the soap a little bit. And the skulls do not have to be perfect. Some of the soaps I really strive to get them perfect. Like when I'm doing my painted birds, for instance, I want them to look like a real bird. And they take me forever. And I spend a lot of time trying to get them really super perfect. But these guys, they're just spooky looking, and you don't really care if they're really perfect. So there's this little face, how that's shaping up. It's going to be really cute. And then for the nose, I like to do a lot of my details on the inside of the mold, if you can. Now you'll see that was a little runny, so I'm just going to wipe that off. It doesn't look good. It was too runny, so I'll just get it in a drier area of my little dish so that it's not quite so runny. And I'm painting just the inside of his little nose, and that way, you know, it's not going to run all over the place. And it seems like those areas just seem to look better too. It gives the soap more dimension and a little depth, and I think it looks good. Now if you get a little black, you just smudge it in on him, especially because he's a skull. And he's probably been in the dirt for years, and it doesn't matter if he's got a little smudge here and there. It just makes him look more like he's been unearthed. I love Halloween. I love all the spooky stuff. I haven't even gotten started to leaves. I really, the fall leaves and the fall colors, they're some of my very favorite, and I'm hoping to pour some of the fall leaves today too. And then like in his, in the little creases, you just paint some black. Again, that just gives him a little dimension. Now for his teeth, I just take my brush on the side again and just kind of go up and down with the brush. And it doesn't take a long time, but it gives it a very nice effect. See how he's shaping up? He's looking pretty good. Little spooky guy. And he has that little crossbone monocle, I guess it is. I don't know. But anyhow, I'll do the side of that with just a little bit of the marcasite black to kind of connect it all. And maybe I'll outline his little eye cavity. I'm not going to do it all black, but I just want to kind of give a little shade to it. And then a little shade here above his nose. And some, I'm going to give a little shading on his chin. You just pick up, all you're doing with that shading is just picking up some of the details and making them look super cool. So. And you can always just kind of wipe it off and smudge it in, whatever you need to do to blend it the way you want. And there you go. Didn't take long. Awesome little guy. Really cute. He's a glow-in-the-dark, so he's going to look really cute in the gift set. I have 3 of them. And I'm going to give his back jaw just a little more shading back there. Like I said, it just picks up everything on the soap so that they all show up. And he'll go in one of my spooky little coffin gift sets. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I'll do more if you would like them. See you later.